Welcome to Judith's Jewelry Box. I'm Heidi Ripka, and this is the lovely Sharon Scott. Sharon, I missed you. I missed all of our friends. We took a little bit of a little hiatus last week, but for good reason. We didn't have any product to show.
Well, it's so popular, it just sells out.
I know. I know. And a matter of fact, I got an email today for not next week, but the following week. They're like, the product that you picked out, you need to pick three replacements. I'm like, okay, good problem. Glad to be ahead of it. And that's what we changed. We now are doing it with some advance notice so that hopefully I don't ever have to say, sorry, but we can't do it. Hey, Amy, thanks for getting everything to us. We appreciate it. Hi, Christina. So good to see you. So yeah, so we should be in much better shape now that we have all of our beautiful samples. And I'm just so excited to be back with you. I missed everybody, like I said.
Yeah, I know. I felt like there was a little bit of a void there because, but anyway, we're here now.
We're here now. But you know where I want to be?
Where?
I want to be in Marrakesh.
Oh, me too. Can I go?
Yes, let's go. You know what? My daughter Chloe went to Marrakesh last year. How jealous am I? Yes.
Wow.
I know she was studying abroad and they travel every single weekend and one of the places she went to was Marrakesh and it was she said her favorite of all the excursions she did. She absolutely loved it. So I just live vicariously through my children's lives. However, Marrakesh, Judith is definitely a world traveler, and this is one of the collections that was designed for her 18 karat couture collection. It's called obviously Marrakesh, and it is built on the aesthetic of that beautiful city. So I'm going to just read my notes because it's really important to because I was talking to her about it. And so some of the key features to the architecture in Marrakesh are the arches and doorways. They have incredible mosaic tile work that drew a lot of inspiration for this, which I'll explain in a second. There are special screens and grills that cover the windows, and also the color palette when you're in Marrakesh. Lots of vibrant blues and greens, and also a lot of metallics, such as bronze and copper. So, what Judith did with this Marrakesh collection is you see the shape, the arches, and how it rolls. A lot of that is from that architectural detail. Then what she also did is she did actually, it's more indicative on the ring. She did these patterns that you see on the ring to resemble some of the tile work. And the green quartz is because she was talking about how the greens and blues are so prevalent in Morocco. And the other thing that she did in this collection to give it that old world ancient charm is she did black rhodium underneath that pave belluce. So obviously when this was made in 18 karat gold and diamonds, it was diamonds with the black rhodium. So all we did was really switch out the silver, the 18 karat gold for silver with the 14 karat gold clad, and then she switched out the diamonds for the beautiful belluce, but the exact same models were used to make these pieces. So this earring, as you could see on the top here, has bell, uh, your pear-shaped lab green quartz that's all faceted. And then down here, you have your oval faceted green quartz. Those are lab green quartz. And then that scallop trim that just goes around the stone. And
So
it continues around to the side with the texture. I actually put it on before we joined because it's just such an easy earring to wear. It's not too big. It's very transitional for every occasion.
but it looks so rich and important. It looks like you're a world traveler and you picked them up on an exotic vacation because nobody else around here is going to have any of that.
No, it's very, very unique. It's I've never seen anything like this before, and that's what's always so remarkable about how prolific Judith is in her designing. She comes up with the most incredible concepts, and she draws so much of it from her life, whether it's from her travels or she loves art. So she's always going to galleries and exhibits and drawing upon that.
Mm.
In everything from nature, all these things contribute to her designing, and we just get the benefit of it in these beautiful pieces. So it is fully finished on the back. It does have the pierced heart back plate. And the reason it's sitting so nicely on my ear is because, again, we lower the post so that if your piercing's a little stretched, you're going to get that coverage. And we use the lever back, so it gives it more strength, and that lever back gives you a little bit of space for your lobe so it's not going to pinch.
Hmm. That's so beautiful. So, so elegant.
Such a great earring style. It has about 7.25 carats in total of the lab green quartz and about 65 points of the Bella Luce. So it's interesting. The green glows. The Bella Luce sparkles, but not as much as it would in, let's say, something that has rhodium plating, because it's meant to have a different effect. That's why we do the black rhodium. It's to give it a completely different, more of an exotic, uh, ancient look. I'm just going to open that up. That you get when you put it, it's more estate like actually when you put that black rhodium underneath the Bella Luce. Hi, Betsy. Thanks for joining us tonight. It's good to see you.
It looks like a one of a kind. It looks like you had that made just for you, and nobody else in the whole world has anything like it. And it's just uniquely yours. And so anybody that wears it's going to feel that way when they wear it. Ooh,
Sure. And as you can see, like I'm wearing, yes, I'm just wearing black, but it is also, even though it's green, it really can go with everything that you're wearing. Throw on a blue sweater, throw on a pink top, throw on white, navy. It does work with everything because it's not so loud,
mhm.
which I appreciate because I like to just be able to pull what I like to wear and not have to worry and say, "Oh, does this match my outfit today?"
That's right. That's right. Yeah. I like the size on that too.
Yeah, it's a nice size. It really just hits like right at the top of my jawbone, like right there.
So you
Doesn't
could
go down,
wear
and it's
any
comfortable.
at all. Any necklace would go with that.
Anything, absolutely anything. But, I do like when we do these live streams to show suites because some people are not earring people. Some people prefer to have more of a statement necklace. Other people prefer their cocktail rings. So you can mix and match it with all the pieces that you've been, collecting from your Judith Ripka, assortment, or your own curated collection of Judith Ripka. That's the beauty of it. Tie it back to something you already have. I'm wearing right now our Marrakesh enhancer that I put on the Starlight chain. So it has all the same details as the earrings, but in a larger scale. So you have a much larger lab green quartz, and that's our pineapple faceting that you could see probably more clearly on this enhancer. And it does have that same scallop trim. And that trim, by the way, has our fine mill grain going around it, which I didn't point out in the earring because I realized that when I was showing you the earrings, it was a little hard to see. But so it's going all around that trim. It has that same effect where we did the Belle Luce with the black rhodium underneath it. Again, 14 karat gold clad, so that's over the sterling silver. We
Mhm.
have our lab green quartz pair on the top. And then the bell, we also have more of the Pave Belle Luce. This is our snap lock closure, so it's super easy to function. It just opens right up, easy to remove, easy to snap on anything. Beautifully finished, but I thought it was such a great compliment on the Starlight chain. I feel like the Starlight chain is a nice balance. It doesn't overwhelm it in any way, yet it has that touch of sparkle from the
Ooh,
belt.
whew, that's gorgeous.
So pretty, right? And
Uh,
so the enhancer measures just under 1.5 inches in length and about just under 3/4 of an inch in width. It's 12 and a half carats of lab green quartz and just slightly over a half a carat of the Belluce.
That is so beautiful. That's just, it's stunning. All the details, everything on the chain, everything on the pendant, and the color is just, it's mesmerizing. And you want to look at it again. You see it once and you think, oh, I want to see that again.
Well, it's so different. It's so unique, which is what I always that's what draws me to Judith Ripka is
Mm.
the uniqueness of the designs, the fact that you don't see it coming and going, the fact that it's just so special and so well thought out. Like I said, you have that special pattern that she did that resembles all the architectural details that she found in Morocco. It
Ooh.
slightly pierced airline on the side of it. It has our Berger texture, but it is just designed through and through. And the Starlight chain, I should not be overlooking here. So this is a textured Rolo link. You then have these Starlight stations. So they're the shape of a star. They then have like a floating Bel Luce in the middle that's prong set. And this is an 18-inch chain, which I did put this on in the wrong place. It's an 18-inch chain, but can be adjusted to 16 inches if you want to wear it a little bit shorter,
Oh,
which
I love.
I always want to have versatility in my necklaces. So to me, that's always great to have. But you could see it's our signature heart lobster claw, and there's the sizing ring right there, in addition to our logo.
I wanted to throw in here too as well. If you want to see any of these pieces, I'm looking at them online as you were talking about them. And if you want to see them up really, 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 really closely, because I know it's harder here than it is when we're on live TV, you hit the shop button, it'll bring up everything that Heidi has picked out for the show, and you can see it very, very closely. And the details on these pieces are, they're phenomenal. So I want them to see every detail.
Well, that is the beauty of it because we're aware that when we do these live streams, like you were saying, Sharon, you can't see the minute details, the crispness of the details. So I love explaining it, but for you to really get the perfect visual, it definitely helps to go on to the website, like Sharon said, pull up the styles. And if you just put Marrakesh into the search bar, it'll bring you right to the pieces in the collection. So there's three pieces. It's the earring, the enhancer, and then we're going to talk about the ring next. And then if you like that chain, that's the Starlight chain. But so the ring is, you know me, I love my cocktail rings, but this ring is beyond spectacular because when you look at the details, this is where I was saying you really see how she studied the tile work and the mosaics because you see this pattern that's basically our mill grain texture that's making the pattern throughout the ring. And then in between the details of that mill grain, you see all the pave belle luce, again, with the black rhodium underneath it. Hi, Stacy. Thank you for joining us. Stacy loves green and she has the pendant. I love it. Enjoy it, Stacy. And so the ring has that pattern of you feel like you're in Marrakesh. You feel like you're in Morocco when you see this actually. So you have the black rhodium under the Belle Luce. Then you have the pear-shaped lab green quartz on either side. And then the top, the stone itself, look at the scallop trim of this bezel that's holding the pineapple cut lab green quartz in place. I mean, it's incredible,
It is absolutely incredible. And you know, just saying the word Marrakesh and look at that piece, it just makes sense because that
right?
is that vibe. It has that beauty.
It really does. And so when you continue to study this, and that's why I always say to everybody, when you get these pieces home, you just find more and more things to
Mhm.
like admire about it. Because as I'm talking, I'm like, oh right, it has that gorgeous little pierced backplate on the inside. And then as I'm turning it, I'm seeing all of our state engraved detail going down the shank. It of course has a sizing bar, but it's like everywhere you turn there's something more gorgeous about this ring. It is just a work of art. It is incredible,
It is a work of art. And you know, when you look at it, you could look at it for an hour and still, oh, that's something else I didn't see.
Oh, and it's true. I mean, and I love a big cocktail ring. So this ring is incredible for me. So this ring is is basically an inch from knuckle to knuckle. I mean, that's a nice sizable cocktail ring you got there, when
It's
it's
perfect.
in. So that's 7.80 carats of lab green quartz and about 2 carats of Bellucci. That's a lot of pave work in this ring.
A lot of detail. And I love the mixture and the marriage of the metals with that. It gives it that very um, that Marrakesh feeling. I mean, it's
Marrakesh mixed with vintage, it just has that old world charm that, like I said, I'm jealous of my daughter Chloe for going there. I would love to get there one day.
too. Me too. Well, girls trip.
Girls up, we're all signing up for sure.
I know Christina said she loves the green. The green is gorgeous. I know she likes that.
I love green too. So does Stacey. I mean, the green's amazing. But, I also recognize that we have a lot of customers that love silver with the rhodium over. So I didn't want to leave you all out. I have a suite that is gorgeous. That's also green, but set in silver. So I'm just going to quickly change my necklace and my earring and then give you a tour of another world traveled place for Judith called Portofino.
Ooh,
Well, we're really taking a trip around the world tonight. So the Portofino collection, also green, and this is all about a pear shape. So I have the necklace on, I have the ring on here. Let me just switch out my earrings. But this, oh my gosh, this earring, by the way, now this is going to be more of a statement earring. If you want a real statement, you want the Portofino earring.
mm.
I'm mad about this Portofino earring. Like, this is one of those earrings that when I'm going out and I want like one of my big bold earrings, this is one I gravitate to. First of all, I love green. That's why. And second of all, it's just like you, when you see it, you're like, you can't miss that
I
green.
know.
Amy, I agree. It is breathtaking. I mean, hello.
Yeah. That all of a sudden I want to know who that lady is and I want her earrings.
I You definitely want her earrings. You definitely want her earrings. So meanwhile, I am wearing the ring, but I'm not going to really talk about it because we have like two left. So I think there was like only like a large size, but again, like I was saying with the Marrakesh collection, if you want to see this Portofino collection we're about to talk about, when you go to jtv.com, if you put Portofino in the search bar, it's going to pop up the 3 styles in the collection. So the first style I want to talk about is my earring.
Mm, who would
Look,
that?
look. Okay, this earring has incredible glow. It's vibrant. It is a statement. I mean, it is a statement and a half, in my opinion. But this is what I mean about the details that Judith thinks of. So when you look at this earring, there is nothing simple about it. You have a let's put it this way. The most straightforward, simplistic part about this is that it's a classic pear shape in the center. That's about it, because that's where it ends. Around this lab, actually, this is a lab green quartz in the center, but this pave is green Bellucci. So that's why you have that contrast. But I wanted to just check my notes before I said it. I don't like to ever misspeak. And I'm like, wait a second, I think I'm right. So you have the gorgeous green of the green quartz, and then you have that vibrancy of the green Bellucci. And we did a rounded pave bezel around that stone. The stone in the center is prong set. But then what she did that's really special is that she did this wrap around the bottom, just kind of drifting off to the side of your clear white pave Bellucci. So tons of sparkle. And then I want you to look at that earring top. So the top of the earring has the Bellucci, but then the bottom, like the bottom of the earring, has the white Bellucci. So it's just so special, so unique. The pave The pave green Bellucce also has the black rhodium, which really makes it pop even more. Hi,
Mhm.
Sarah. Thanks for joining us tonight. Sarah's a Georgia girl, and she's been shopping with JTV for 30 years.
Oh, oh my goodness. Wow.
That's a long time, Sarah. We're glad you're joining us here tonight.
That is awesome. That makes me feel so good. I love because I remember so many of those customers from, back in the day, and I know Amy does too. And it just makes me so happy because it's we love our new customers and we love our customers that have been with us for years. So that's great.
Well, I love all our customers, but I love when everyone joins in on us, on our conversation, keeps us company, learns more about the Judith Ripka collection. So whether you're new to JTV or been around JTV for 30 years like Sarah, I'm just happy that you're with us tonight.
Well, it's so much fun because it's awesome to get to hear you talk about because of who you are, to hear you talk about these pieces because it's like firsthand. So it's so exciting. And the pieces are so beautiful. I don't think I have ever, and Amy will tell you I feel this way. I have never seen a piece of Judith Ripka that I didn't fall in love with. There's just not anything not to love. It's all gorgeous.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Sharon. And I'm sure Judith does too. I want to say a quick hi to Tammy. Tammy thinks they're beautiful. So thank you, Tammy. And they're comfortable, by the way. Like, that's the thing. That's always my barometer. Is the earring comfortable? Because if it's not comfortable, then I don't want you wearing it. It needs to be comfortable on you. And so part of the reason why it's comfortable is that it's not too heavy, but it does have that lever back to give it some support. And also that little nuance that I always like to tell people about, how the post is dropped a little bit so it's sitting in the right place on your lobe. But this is a gorgeous, gorgeous earring, a real showstopper. And it's got so much color and vibrancy. I mean, look at that.
It does. It does. You know, eh, emeralds would be jealous.
Em- Emeralds would be very jealous, very jealous. And Christina agrees with us. So, in addition to the earring, we also have from Portofino the enhancer. So, this Portofino enhancer is quite charming. It's a little bit smaller in scale. So, this is just shy of an inch and a half in length. It does have that lab green quartz for the pear center. It has the green pave bel luce going around the frame. Like the earring, it has that beautiful pave bel luce little accent at the bottom. And then the bail is entirely done in the bel luce. I even love how the top loops on here. So that the bail, I'm going to take this off to show you a little bit more concisely. But look at how she did this loop at the top of the enhancer that's in all the pave green bellucce and then connected the bail through it. And this is a special technique that's from couture where the connection, this is permanently attached, but it has movement because we did something called a tube and pin connection. So it's very fluid. That's something that you only really find in high-end designer jewelry. And this is our snap bails. So this piece just snaps down. So super secure and super easy to function. I paired it with our rolling tennis necklace. I know so many of you have this necklace. So many of you love it. I'm like, you know what? I got to show it on something that you either have or you know that you're going to end up treating yourself to. So this is a great necklace to put this on. Did I put it on evenly? Nope, I clipped it over a little thing. Um, It's easy to wear, it's easy to stack. You could layer it with other pieces, but this rolling tennis necklace, this is one of those classic, iconic Judith Ripka styles that when you need a good base necklace to wear all your enhancers on, this is a good one in addition to the Verona Romance necklace. It's 18 inches and it does have our signature lobster claw. And if this is your first time seeing it, Tammy, you need to go on to jtv.com and put in Portofino. We don't have the prices on this show, but if you go to the website, it'll list it. So the rolling tennis necklace has barrels that are bezel set Belluce on either side. So there's one there and there's one there. And when you go to the one next to it, it looks like it's just texture, but it's actually the same thing attached in the reverse, so that as this chain spins on you, you're always going to see the sparkle of your Belluce, and it goes all the way around. So from the back where the claw is all the way to the front. So really versatile, great to wear with your enhancers, and fabulous to wear on its own.
Yeah, that's incredible. You know, if you can get the whole entire suite, you really need to do that. And remember, you have 30 days. So you need to me, if you get one piece, you're going to say, oh, why didn't I get the rest of it? And then if it's sold out, you're going to be sad. So get it all home and just play and have fun and put it on and look how beautiful you look. And then you'll want to keep it all.
Right, but you always have the out if you want the
Right,
out. So,
right,
good to I like for everyone to be aware of the fact that you don't have to feel committed to it. If you try it on and you say they're too long for me, let's say, that's great, but at least you've tried it on and you're able to assess that on your own. Betsy, all these green items in both collections are so beautiful. I agree with you, Betsy. That's why I wanted to show both. I really love both of them. And Sherry, JTV, is a longtime favorite of yours. Oh, I'm so glad. Well, thank you for joining us, Sherry. So nice having you here. So I have two rings that I want to show. Since I mentioned that this lovely Portofino is basically sold out, I actually want to see. Let's see how quickly I can do this. What size is left in it? Let's see. Portofino. And of course, there's a pop up on JTV. Slowed me down. Sorry about that. So the ring, which is a hot item right now, is available in size 9. Size 9. So if you are a size 9, then this Portofino ring has your name on it. Otherwise, if you're looking for another ring that could work back to Portofino, I pulled out my favorite estate dome ring.
oh, yes.
That is a phenomenal ring to work back with the suite so that it coordinates without being too matchy. You could wear it with so many other styles. You could certainly wear it with the necklace, like I have it here. Here, let me show you it closer up, but you could see all the details work together. And that's the beauty of Judith Ripka. These are collectibles. So even though I'm showing you collections so that you see all the options, I want you to see that they all work together. You don't have to buy all the pieces in Portofino. You could buy one piece in Portofino, one piece from Estate, one piece from the Haute collection, that's Haute, and they all work back to each other. And that way you're creating your own look and your own identity with your collection.
That's beautiful. That is so incredible.
Yeah. So all the details on this high dome estate ring are pretty magnificent. So you have this row of baguette Belluce. It's been trimmed out in all the round pave Belluce. Then you see all this piercing work along the side. When you see that pierced detail, that's when it's indicative of the fact that it's from the estate collection. And then you have all the estate engraved texture going down the side. It's fully finished on the inside with our back plate. All the gorgeous, rich Judith Ripka details are on this ring, which was also direct from couture. Judith actually has this ring herself because when she saw it, she had to have it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it is a great ring. Another ring option that you could do is we have this 3-stone ring designed perfect design for this rolling tennis necklace. I agree. The tennis necklace really is a dream. So I'm glad it's on your dream list. And I hope it becomes a reality, Christina. But so another option is this phenomenal 3-stone ring. So this also has the plaque rhodium, which is why I wanted to show you it to tie back to Portofino. So what we did was we did an Asher center. Then we have our side stones that are trillions. But if you look at the halo going around the ring, it's a Pave Belluce halo with black rhodium. So it ties back really nicely to the Portofino collection. It's a super comfortable ring, very believable. has all the details on the side. You have your prongs at Belle Luce in the basket, all the signature Judith Ripka textures. And what I like is that it's not set too high. You could see how the culet just comes right to the base. It doesn't stick through in any way. It's very comfortable to wear. But sometimes you'll find when you have a larger stone, and this is sizable, this Asher, this is the total weight of this ring is over 11 carats. And sometimes when you have a larger center, the stone tends to be deeper. And so you get this bulky ring, but you don't have that here. It's really perfectly proportioned.
It is. It's so elegant. To me, that's something that I would wear every day. But that's just me. I'd wear it every day.
I do wear these every day, all the time. I don't go out of my house pretty much without having one of my Judith Ripka Belle Luce rings on.
Awesome. And Christina was saying perfect design for the rolling tennis necklace. Christina loves your jewelry. As a matter of fact, we talked about it Monday, and she couldn't wait for you to be back on tonight. So
I was really happy that we were able to come back today because I missed everybody last week, and I was really excited to show you both the Marrakesh and the Portofino collections because they're both so gorgeous. But I recognize that some of you are clad ladies and some of you are silver ladies or gentlemen, and so now you have your options. Two
mhm.
gorgeous green collections, and you know what? With all the trees in bloom and everything coming up in my garden, everything's so lush. I was like feeling the green.
Ooh, yeah, it is. It's so beautiful. And if you think about it, I think blue and green, those are the two favorite colors for every woman, really. Don't you think so?
Yeah,
The blue sky, the blue water, all of the beautiful green grass and trees, and everything. It's just so comforting. It's just so.
it it is. I completely agree with you. So that's our evening.
Is it for tonight? Oh my
That's
gosh,
it tonight.
we want to see more.
That's all I have. I'm sorry. I had more to show you.
And
My
remember, hit that shop
bye,
button.
Donna. Have fun at the gym. My little one's going to the gym. It's 8:30. She's going to the gym.
Oh,
I
that's
wish
it.
I had that energy to go at
Me
the gym.
too. I do too. But we have energy to shop.
We have plenty of energy to shop. That's for sure. So shopping, I could do. Put on PJs, get into bed, start.
Yes,
But lots of pretty jewelry to look at. That always invigorates me.
me too. Me too. It's wonderful. Well, we're going to be back next week, right?
We most certainly are.
Hey, that sounds awesome. And I'll be back tomorrow night at 8:30, everybody. So listen, don't forget. Now, when are you going to be back in Knoxville? Do you know?
I do. I'm going to be back at the beginning of June. I think it's the actual first weekend of June. So I think
That
June,
corner.
what?
That's just around the corner.
It'll be here in a blink. And between now and then, I have to go this week, not have to. I'm going this weekend to Madison, Wisconsin because Chloe is graduating. So big college graduation weekend. It's Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day to everybody.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's
So I'll be celebrating Mother's Day in Madison. And then I come back home for a few days, and then I have to take Jordana and we start college tours. So we'll be going down to New Orleans.
goodness.
Then I'll be in Knoxville.
You look too young to have a daughter graduating from college. You just know, no one would ever believe that.
Thank you. Yeah, I know. It's absolutely crazy. So, and thank you, Christina, for the congratulations and happy Mother's Day. Thank you so much. And yes, so I'll see you all next Wednesday. I'll see you, Sharon, next Wednesday, and it'll be after Chloe's official college graduation.
Bye, Amy, Christina, and everybody else. And Heidi will talk later.
Stacy and Betsy, bye everyone. Have a great night. Take care.